Alright guys, welcome to another Zenless Zone 0 update video. With all the recent info and updates that came out recently, we have a lot of info on what we can expect to be added in the 1.4 version update for Zenless. In today's video, we will go over all the new upcoming quality of life changes and major changes that we can expect in the 1.4 update. This update is already looking pretty insane so far, possibly the best update they've done in the game. So we're gonna go over everything new in this video. And if you guys need more polychromes, check out this website called Loot Bar. With Loot Bar, you can get a 15% discount all from using my link in the description down below. And here is exactly how I purchased polychromes for just $42 guys instead of nearly $50 in game. And it's pretty simple. All you need to do is enter your UID and server, and I got it right away. Pretty easy guys. Loot Bar provides faster, safer, and cheaper Zenless recharge than any other. They also have a review section if you guys want to check that out for yourself. New users even get a 8% discount coupon for their purchases. Check out the link in the description or pinned comment down below to get a 15% discount and save money with Loot Bar. And before we start, make sure to like the video, subscribe if you haven't already. I really want to try hitting 4,000 subscribers by the end of this month. And also, put those notifications on for more Zenless updates 24/7. I will always try to update you guys as fast as possible. But alright, let's get into it and not waste any time guys. Alright, so the 1.4 update has been looking a lot different than usual. Even aside from our major changes, like the changes they did to the ultimates, the 1.4 banners are going to be quite different as well. And according to some sources, version 1.4 is going to have 2 character banners running at the same time, which that is going to be a first. We've never had 2 character banners at the same time before. And for who these banners are going to be, we already know they have been officially drip marketed a while back. We're going to be getting the S ranks Miyabi and Haramasa as the S ranks for the 1.4 banners. And also to mention, the duration is quite different than our usual 6-week cycle as well. So a lot of different things going on in 1.4. Not to get into too much details on the 1.4 banners, I want to dedicate a separate video for the banners. But it seems they're pretty much revamping the entire game in 1.4, which brings us to all the new quality of life and major changes in this video. Alright, so the first change we can talk about in this video is going to be the fact that newer story commissions will now be added in the form of battle stages. Now what this means, we had a hint of this a while back, that the developers want to change and improve the story experience for all players by making the newer stories battle stages instead of the TV mode. As we all saw from doing the story at the start, the story was heavily on the TV mode, but in time we noticed that we gradually went from battle stages. So this is really good for those who wasn't a big fan of the TV mode in the first place, which was a huge complaint by a lot of players. So they decided to make this change. Really good. Now the next change is the Bazaar Brigade mode. So this mode will now have a save function, which can be pretty useful as well. I saw a lot of people were praising this function as well. Next up is the new coffee varieties. It was mentioned that in 1.4 we're going to be getting some new coffee changes where you can buy at the coffee shop. New options, which I think was still needed. The best coffee to get every day is still the one that gives around, what is it, like 80 energy. That one is pretty useful. Other than that, we don't have any better options at the moment. So this is a good change. Hopefully they give us some better options, or at least make the other options on par with the 80 energy that we have right now. So yeah, let's see what they end up doing with this one. And now moving on, we have a pretty good quality of life change. It's when you go and upgrade your disc and engines, you will now have the option to directly enhance them by clicking the button in the lower right corner. This will make the upgrade process a lot easier for upgrading your disc and engines, so really good. And we're also going to be getting another use for these Z merits. They can also now be used to upgrade your license level. So these are some of the few upcoming quality of life changes that we can expect in the 1.4 update. Now let's talk about the major changes. As we saw, 1.4, they're gonna make a newer story commission battle stages instead of only TV stages, but they're also gonna go back in the early stages to fix and rework the early chapters, giving players who start out a better experience which I think is a really good thing. You always want to leave a good first impression, so why not go back and improve the early chapters. Next up is that we're going to be getting a lot of new characters to play in the overworld. So nearly all the characters available to roam in the overworld will be a feature. As of now, you guys know we only have a select few of characters with this feature. The latest being the 1.3 banner characters. I remember the other day I saw that I was able to switch to Yanagi in the overworld, which made me really happy. But now for the 1.4 update, they want to add a bunch more. We even have a preview here for some of them. Here is a preview of Ellen Joe walking in the overworld, and then we have Nekomata walking around in the overworld as well. These are 2 confirmed characters. I'm sure we're going to be getting a lot more. The reason I didn't say all characters is because the devs said some characters will provide some challenges with this new feature. I would say characters like Ben, for example, they did mention him. He's a lot bigger than other characters, so it makes sense that Ben will provide a challenge for this. But overall, we can expect most characters to be available to roam in the 1.4 update, so this is really cool. The next big thing for the 1.4 update is the game will be releasing on the Xbox consoles. I'm sure some of you guys are really hyped for this. So for those who have the Xbox console, you will have the option to play ZZZ on it. I'm sure this will provide a much better experience than playing on mobile. Going from mobile to Xbox is going to be a night and day difference. So a huge win. I'm glad the Xbox community is being included as well. Really good. Now, in which this next part might be related, because it might be one of the reasons we're getting a free character. So this next big change, we're getting different patch duration and a free character coming in 1.4. I'm sure most of you guys know this already. We're going to be getting a free limited character, the 1.4 character Haramasa, for free. It's not officially confirmed, but we have a lot of speculation and info pointing towards that direction. So I'm sure most of you guys saw that information already. It's blown up. And weird thing is, the patch duration is also going to be different as well. A lot different than usual. It's said to be shorter than usual. So we'll see what happens with that. The last thing for this video is to mention a big feature like the individual ultimates being finally added to the game. I've seen this as a huge complaint that the ultimates aren't really that impactful right now, so this is why they're listening and they want to do individual ults. I've already done a full breakdown on this, so if you guys want to check that out. If you are interested and want to learn more about how exactly the ult changes are going to work, how the distribution between the energy is going to work, I recommend checking out my video on it. I made a full breakdown, checking out all the stats, all the percentages. So if you guys want to know the information, it's right there. I made that video a few days ago. But yeah, guys, that is pretty much all the known quality of life and major changes for Zenless Zone 0 that is coming in the 1.4 update. If you guys enjoyed, feel free to like and subscribe, put those notifications on. That is pretty much all for this video. I'll see you guys in the next one. Thank you guys for watching.